Hi, I'm Sepideh Moafi. Thank you for watching Young Entertainment Mag.
My first callback ever. Ooh, it had to have been, I've been doing this for a hot second. I was like 10 when I started, so it was probably a commercial. Probably involved some sort of General Mills food product or some Mattel toy, and I couldn't nail it down to what it was, but it was probably one of those. It's you know, it's been a big learning curve since then.
I'm not sure I remember getting the first call back ever. The first professional audition I did, I was in college and I went with a friend of mine who was going for an audition in New York, and I was just going to observe, and the casting director came out. I just kind of wanted to see, like, what do you do when you go to a real audition? Like, how is everybody dressed? Or like, I don't know what I was looking for, just to see it, you know? And the casting director came out for a minute to check the sign-in sheet and saw me sitting there, and she said to me, "Did you sign in?" And I said, "Oh no, I'm just waiting for Justin." And she said, "Oh, well, you look like a part in this movie. Are you an actor?" And I said, "Yeah." I was still in college. I didn't have any representation or anything. And she said, "Okay." She said, "Here's the sides. You can read in 10 minutes. And I was like, oh my gosh. So when my friend came out, we like went in the stairwell, and like I learned the lines as quickly as I could and went in an audition. And she said, "That was really good. Who represents you?" And I said, "No, nobody." She said, "I'll make some calls." But it was just like kind of, that's sort of what Hollywood is like. Not that the first time you go in, you get something, that's really abnormal, but when you get a break, you need to be ready and jump in head first, because like they're not gonna wait for you. It's now or never.
Oh God, my first callback in life probably would have been when I auditioned for Juilliard and got called back, and I almost didn't see my name on the piece of paper and was ready to get on a train, and I was at the elevator and I thought, I really think I did okay, and I walked back and then I saw my full name written out, and I had to stay and then wound up getting into that school. But if I had gotten on the train, I wouldn't be sitting here with you right now.
My first on-screen kiss. Ooh. Actually, it was, my first on-screen kiss happened the day after I had my first real kiss, because I was in Hawaii doing a photo shoot for Bruce Weber, and there was this boy who was from Brooklyn and he was super sweet, and the night before when we were shooting, I had like, it was like sunset, it was a beautiful first kiss story, and then the second day we shot, I had like an on-screen kiss with one of these other hunky Abercrombie models, but by that time obviously I was a major pro, so yeah, went real well.
I do remember my first on-screen kiss. It was for The Good Wife, and I had the privilege of sucking face with Matt Chorzy. And it was great. He's so wonderful. He's such a gentleman. So I didn't really have any anxiety. I'm coming off like this like veteran who's done. No, I enjoy fear. So I didn't really, I don't know if it was fear or excitement or what, but that whole set, they made everything feel very comfortable and very safe, and we had to roll around in an elevator and then out of the elevator and then roll into his apartment, and that you know, as I mentioned before with stunts, it's always you think maybe when you're watching it that it's a lot of fun, but it's actually very technical. So the angle in which you kiss and the angle in which your body moves is all calculated for the audience's enjoyment.
I think one of the biggest things that I've learned in this industry and on different sets, like when I was working on Friday Night Lights, the guy who played my dad, Kyle Chandler, on the show, he was always just so down to earth and so really dedicated to his craft, and to sort of see that as a young actor and go, you know, you can become a great actor and an older and in this business for a long time and still not be jaded. I think that's a cool thing to see.
There are many little pieces of advice, little nuggets that I refer to all the time. And I actually have a little notebook that I keep with myself of things that inspire, things that my mentors, my teachers have told me. One thing that I always go back to is my voice teacher used to tell me, we don't want to change anything, we just want to shed what we don't need. And so I think back to that all the time. Anytime I feel like an outside pressure or a need to do something, I try to look at it in the way that she says it, and that I don't need to do anything more, I just need to get rid of all the stuff that I don't need.